Jesus responds in Matthew 8. When Jesus heard it, he marveled and said to them that followed, Verily I say to you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. So it starts out, when Jesus heard it, he marveled. Luke 7:9. When Jesus heard these things, he marveled at him, and turned him about, and said to the people that followed him, I say to you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. When Jesus heard these things, he marveled at him. When Jesus heard it. It is in italics, so I'll put these things instead. He marveled, but there's a few more words in Luke. He marveled at him. So when Jesus heard, that's both Matthew and Luke. When Jesus heard, now Luke only, these things, comma, he marveled at him. Jesus heard it, comma, he marveled. Okay, so they both have the comma. He marveled, and then Luke only, at him. Matthew continues, and said to them that followed. Luke, and turned him about, and said to the people that followed him. Okay, so and turned him about is added. Turned him about, and said to the people that followed him. Matthew only says, and said to them that followed. So I'm going to add those extra words. Instead of them, I'll put the people. And after that followed, which are in both, I'll put him, as it says in Luke. So, and said to is both. Now, Luke only, the people that followed is both. Luke has the word him, whereas Matthew doesn't. So Luke only, him. And then his words, comma, I say to you, comma. Matthew, comma, verily I say to you, comma. Just verily is read. Now both say to you, Matthew, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. Luke, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. Good. I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. In Matthew, he goes on and says a lot more. And I say to you that many shall come from the east and west and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven, but the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness, and there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You know, that is really random to have right there. But it goes on, and Jesus said to the centurion, Go your way as you have believed, so be it done to you. And then his servant was healed. In Luke it continues, they that were sent returning to the house found the servant whole. So that's the end of the story. I have to put all these verses there. It's really weird that this response is here. I don't understand why Jesus continues with this. I've not found so great a faith in all Israel. And then he goes right on to say, Many shall come from the east and west, shall sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. Meaning, okay, so people from all over the world, specifically not in Israel, many people from outside Israel will be in heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast into outer darkness, going to hell. Basically, he's saying there will definitely be people who are saved outside of Israel. So this is all from Matthew. And I say to you that many shall come from the east and west and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And now it continues on. And Jesus said to the centurion, And they that were sent returning to the house found the servant whole that had been sick. So back to the issue of agency. Jesus speaking to the centurion through the messengers. Go your way, as you have believed, so be it done to you. I think it would be fine if I just have this first section from Matthew only. And Jesus said to the centurion, because it's already been set up that Jesus and the centurion are speaking through the messengers. So if I say now, Jesus said to the centurion, it should be understood he's speaking to the messengers who are bringing the message to the centurion. So I can have this section, go your way, as you have believed, so be it done to you. And then before saying, and his servant was healed in the selfsame hour, I could put, and they that were sent returning to the house found the servant whole that had been sick. And I could then say he was healed in the selfsame hour. You know what? I think I could put the whole verse from Matthew. Because it just mentions that his servant was healed in the selfsame hour. And then I could say, yes, he was healed, and then the messengers that brought the message came back and found that he was healed. Yeah, that would fit. So let's try that. The servant was healed in the selfsame hour. And I know I'm not going to go on to the next verse, because that's the story of Jesus healing Peter's wife's mother. So that's the end in Matthew. But that last verse in Luke comes here. And it's the best ending to the story, because it's saying not only was he healed right then, but they went back and saw that he was healed. And they that were sent, returning to the house, found the servant whole that had been sick. Continuing right on with Luke, the very next day, they go to Nain. And it came to pass on the day after that he went into a city called Nain. There was a dead man carried out. Weep not. Arise. Sat up and began to speak. Came a fear on all, and they glorified God. And this rumor of him went forth.